Hi, everyone. If I sound weird, like if my voice sounds like it's, I don't know, not how it usually sounds on here, I just figured out 2 minutes ago that I can set the phone down on a flat surface when I'm recording and I don't have to hold it to my mouth like I've been doing for months and months and months and months. And I have cell phone holders in just about every room because I like to put my cell phone on a holder, not just like lay it anywhere. And I have one in my room that I haven't even used for this reason. I don't know what the hell, man. That if that isn't autistic, like what the hell? Ugh, I just needed to share that. Some funny shit happened, but it wasn't so funny in the moment. So Alicia wanted to go to Texas Roadhouse for dinner tonight, and she's winding up her vacation. She likes that restaurant. Like, I don't know. She knows I think this, but like, she also likes Denny's. Ugh. Gross. And then Texas Roadhouse is definitely a step up, but I don't really care for it. I'm finding that each time we go, I get a little bit more and more annoyed because this time, we're sitting in our section, which is like toward the back, but it doesn't really matter because you can still hear everything in that place. And then all of a sudden, people break out into like singing. And I don't know what the hell they're singing. It's not Happy Birthday. It's some restaurant song. Like, I don't know. Like, that's, you know what I mean by that? Like, some weird, like, cheer thing or something that, like, the employees made up and then trying to get people to sing with them. Why the fuck are people still doing that? And why the fuck are people still participating? All those people really are having a good time. There was, like, I don't know, so many people, 20, 30. I'm not good with numbers, but there was a bunch, and they were all singing. They all knew the song. So I'm wondering, like, are those people that go there all the time and, like, the employees know that they like to sing? Anyways, I could just go on. The point is, that came out of nowhere. It scared the shit out of me. And it just pissed me right off because I wasn't expecting it. And the people in our section, there was like two older women. It looked like a mother and a daughter. And then there was an older man and woman and a mom with two kids. That was it. And I saw all of us like startle, like not all at the same time, but we were all like, what the fuck is this? And then the older man shakes his head and like says something nasty and points his finger toward the group that's singing. I don't know what he said, but I just started laughing because like I knew he was bitching because that's exactly what I did. But anyways, I think I said Alicia. I don't know. Sorry about the. No, I'm not sorry. The sticky says not to apologize. So we go to Texas Roadhouse. She wants to have her delicious meal to wind down her vacation with. And I don't mean to say that with disgust. Like, I'm not disgusted with my wife. I'm just her choices sometimes. I don't know. But I want to be supportive, so I just ended up getting the Caesar salad because, they do have good steak. I talked about that place before. I talked about, like, how delicious the steak was because it really was good. But now, like, the environment is outweighing, or I don't know how to say it. I don't care how good the steak is anymore because I can't really enjoy it the way I want to when it's so fucking loud in there all the time. And we went like a few minutes after the restaurant opened. And I don't like doing that. I don't know. I think it's weird. I don't want to be somebody that's like hanging out, even in the parking lot in my car, just waiting for somebody to come unlock the door at 4. I don't know. That just seems so weird to me. I don't like doing it. So we at least got there when they were already open. But anyways, Alicia has the cash that Janice paid her for staying over at her house. She gave her like several $100. And Alicia never puts it in the bank. She just carries it around with her and spends it, here and there, which it's fine. So that's what she paid for dinner was with cash. We didn't think anything of it. The only thought that I had when I saw her like take out the money was, wow, it's weird to see cash like up close like that, because like we use our cards for everything. Most people use their debit cards for everything. Who carries cash around these days? I mean, I know who, but I don't want to say because that would be rude. But you know who I'm talking about, right? I don't want to say that. I should just re-record, but it's too late. 5 minutes. But yeah, we don't carry the cash around. We don't do it. And the dinner came to $39 and something. So she puts two 20s on the end of the table for the waiter guy. And again, you know, not thinking anything about it. He finally comes over. He takes the money. He doesn't even really look at it. And he says, do you need any change? And we both said no. And it looked like he hesitated. Like a split second, I noticed that there was hesitation and like him leaving. And so I was trying to figure that out. And then I saw Alicia had like the tip curled up in her hand. It was $10. And I was like, why didn't you just give that to him with the other money? And she's like, I don't think you're supposed to do that. I'm like, I think you are. I don't know that anybody leaves money on tables anymore, do they? Does anybody out there, can you tell me? Please. Like, I can't remember the last time we used actual cash to pay for a meal. And it was in that moment that we realized we don't know how to tip with cash. Like, things have changed so much. Do people even still tip with cash? Do you leave the money on the table underneath, like, a plate so that the server can see it and take it? Like, you know, that old school thing. It's got, like, nobody does that anymore, do they? And then I was, like, we sat there for, like, a good 5 minutes after the guy took the money and left and told us to have a good night. Her and I sat there and we were like, what do we do? She's like, well, maybe we just we can leave the money under the plate. And I was like, okay, but like, what if it's like what do they call them? Bus boy? I don't like that term. The people who clean up the tables. What if that's the first person that comes to the table and it's not like the waiter guy? Because people don't put cash on tables anymore. So why would he come back to the table? And what if it's the person that cleans the dishes up and they see the money and they take it? And then that guy thinks that we just didn't tip him. We gave him like 40 cents out of the $40 and that was it. And her and I went back and forth about this because we did not want to, like, we didn't want to do anything wrong. And I was like, you know, we need to just go find the guy and give him the money. Like, I think maybe that would be better. And then we agreed. And then we were like, no, let's just leave it here and then go. So we went to stand up. And then she spotted the waiter and she handed me the money. She's like, go give it to him. So I went up to him and he was like outside of the kitchen talking to a couple of people. And so I was like, excuse me. And I kind of turned my back to those people because I was embarrassed about what I was going to say. And I was like, look, I have no idea. Like, I don't use cash anymore. I don't know if I'm supposed to leave the tip on the table or give it to you or what. With this. So here you go. Here's the $10. And I said it. I didn't say it just like that. I said it in a way where, you know how like you make a statement, but it's kind of in question form and it is for the other person to fill in that hole, that answer that you don't know to that question that you just kind of inadvertently asked. Like, this is what not normal. This is what ordinary people do. I have learned this. This is what they do. And so I was waiting for like him to say if it was a good thing to do or not to give it to him. He just takes the $10, gives me this big old smile and goes, Jiminy Crickets. Just turns around and walks away. That did not give me any information. Not that the dude has to give me information, but like, I thought for sure I worded that properly. And so I was immediately embarrassed and I just beelined it back to Alicia. I'm like, we got to get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're like walking out of the restaurant and she's like, what do you say? And I was like, wait till we get out. Wait till we get out. And then we get out. And I told her what I said to him and that I still don't know if that was the right thing to do. And she goes, well, what did he say? And I was like, he said Jiminy Crickets. That's it. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what that means. Alicia says that term. I just think it's like old fashioned and it's probably like, oh my gosh, like a surprise thing like Jiminy. I don't know what the fuck Jiminy Crickets means, but the guy was smiling. So it had to mean something like positive. like we got to the point where she pulled out her phone and I was like, go online and see like how do people tip these days? And then we both kind of just realized this was going to take forever for us to like find the answers. So, that's when we got up and did that. That was a whole thing. And I actually felt pretty good about it, only because Alicia, it's very rare that her and I are confused about the exact same thing. And when these things happen, I feel so happy because it's not just me. Like, she knows everything about everything. Like a walk-in encyclopedia. She knows like how to like do stuff with cars. Like, I mean, her family taught her all kinds of stuff on the farm when she grew up. So she's like, I don't know, one-stop shop for almost everything, except for moments like these. And I was like, oh my God, you don't know what to do either? I was like, you're supposed to know. But she's neurodivergent, right? Neurodivergent too. So it makes sense why she didn't have the answer. We still don't know what the answer is because I'm so overwhelmed by that, just what that was, that I don't even want to go online and look up to see what the proper, like, what do you do? Because, like, as soon as we got outside, I said, we're never paying in cash again. Card only. Like, everybody knows how to leave a tip on a card these days. Oh, my God. What happens? Do you leave money on the table? Can somebody just... Whoever goes out to eat regularly and likes to use cash or has done so recently, can you just shoot me an email and tell me, like, do people still leave money on the table? Because that's another thing, too. When it used to be, like, that's what people did, is they left money. Oh, God. I would put the money under the plate like is normal, and I would, like, slow walk out with whoever I was with. Just slow walk. Continuously check over my shoulder because I wanted to see, like, is it going to be the waiter person that gets the tip because that's who it was meant for, or is some shyster going to come along from like some neighboring table and swipe the money, or is the person that cleans up the table going to just take it? And then, like, I am worried about shit that doesn't even matter. Like, why do I care what that guy thinks? Even if, like, he didn't get the money that we left on the table, he would have been maybe thinking like, whoa, what the fuck, cheap. And I might never see that dude again, especially if I don't go to that restaurant. And, like, why am I so worried about this? I just thought that was fucking hilarious. Not in the moment. We were freaking out. Do you know what it's like to be out in public? Yeah, you probably do. To be out in public and to realize you don't know something and you have to figure out what to do in that moment with people around. Like... And then whatever decision you make, you better hope it's a good one and that you don't look like a weirdo. So that was a whole thing. And then, we're laughing about it on the way home because it's funny that after the fact. And we're in the car for like not even a minute. And she pulls out of the restaurant parking lot and goes to make like a U-turn onto the road that we go on. And there's this dude. He doesn't have... what do you call those people that like stand on the like, not the sidewalk, well, kind of the sidewalk and like hold up the signs and stuff? My memory, I don't know. But like those people that do that, I always make eye contact and wave because it's rude not to. I don't know why I just said that, but anyways, so like I was getting ready to make contact with this person. There was no thing out there asking for money. There was no like suitcase next to him with like the top open. There was like nothing to put money anywhere because like that road, it's like a boulevard. It's a pretty popular one around here. And that's where everybody goes to like hold their signs up and get money and stuff on the side of the road. And I hope I did not sound like an asshole just now, just describing that I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. So we're coming up on this dude and Alicia goes, is that really a Jesus? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And from the back, it's just this like tan, it was like what you see Jesus wearing in like the pictures or something. It was like that color. It was like one long thing. It was not like normal pants and a shirt. And we go to turn and he's got the he's got the long brown hair, and he looks like fucking Jesus. Like he's got like the mouth, like the face, everything, and he's holding a sign. It's not asking for money. It's simply a sign that says, in all caps, Jesus equals heaven. Oh, maybe if you're religious, just don't listen to any more of what I'm about to say, because I don't want to offend you. This is just my opinion. But like, seriously, Jesus, an equal sign, and the word heaven. And I don't know what that dude's plan is. Because like her and I discussed this too. I was like, what the fuck, man? We don't know how to tip. And then we see Jesus like hanging out in the middle of the fucking road. Like, what the hell? Holding a sign that says Jesus equals heaven. So I was like, why is he doing this? He's not asking for money. He's just holding the sign up. Is he high? I don't know. Is he trying to advertise for a church? I don't know. There's no church name on that sign. Like, what does he want people to do if they stop? Like, is he gonna, like, maybe, I don't know, like, hey, go to this church, my church or something? I don't fucking know. But he would have to pretend to be Jesus. If somebody stopped, like, pulled over, it was like, hey, would he act like Jesus? Or would he act like a regular person pretending to be Jesus? Why am I even talking about this right now? I'm sorry. This episode was primarily about, like, the tipping troubles, man. I don't know how to do it. And then, but the Jesus thing was fucking hilarious. It was so fucking funny. I tried, yeah, like I wanted to almost kind of go around again, but that would have taken too long. But yeah, we saw Jesus on the way back, hanging out, advertising for heaven. So that was funny. But yeah, I need some information. So please, can you let me know for real? Because I don't want to I don't know what to look up, who to believe about this. But it is currently March of 2024. Do people tip with cash at restaurants? And if so, how do they do it? Do they put it on the table? Or do they go hand it to the person? I really need to know this information. And thank you for listening. Goodbye.